Hello, hello. How you doing? How's it going? Are you okay? Again today? Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope everything is wonderful with you. Here we go again. Looking forward to another great day in the land of Israel, riding around up and down the highways, talking about what? I want to talk to you today about love, being in love with a beautiful, special person. Because I am. I got a beautiful sister that I'm in love with. And she called me this morning early when I was getting ready to go out the door to work. But that's the phone call you answer. You don't want to miss the loved one. And felt good. It really feels good to have someone that shows you the love that you show them in return. It's a beautiful feeling, to say the least. You get that phone call from that precious one that showing themselves to, love you and think about you. But what is love? And we've heard love being defined many different ways. Many different ways we heard love being defined. Love, a definition to me that I once heard, that it sounded so profound, it stuck with me. It's just real simple, but it made so much sense. And the definition of love that I'm telling you about, it goes like this. Love is doing good things to and for the one that you say you love. Love is doing good things to and for the one you say you love. The example that was given when this definition was given, it's like a cigarette is, on the side of the box it says warning, the cigarettes give you cancer. Now, I remember when I was young, that's what was written on the side of all cigarette boxes. Warning, the Surgeon General said the Surgeon General states cigarettes will give you cancer. I remember that because my mother was a heavy cigarette smoker. And that was terrible for me because I was born with asthma. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and smash the bell so every time I put these very informative, wise, friendly, funny, interesting videos up while I'm driving around Israel, you can be tuned in. All right, so go ahead and subscribe, and it's just be good for you because this stuff be interesting. I be talking, and you know it be interesting out here. Look at this little truck. You see this now? I'm trying to get over, and this bad boy is boogity, and everybody's shooting down the highway. But anyway, love was defined as doing good things to and for the one you say you love. All right. The example that was given was the cigarettes. It said the cigarettes give you cancer. All right. Today is what? January 20th. Time is 7 o'clock sharp in the morning, and we're in Israel. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's 6:58 sharp in the morning, and we're in Israel again, riding down the highway. All right, January 20th, 6:58 in the morning. The temperature, I woke up, it was 47. It wasn't raining, but it's cold for Israel. See, this is Israel winter. Not like, you see winter in Chicago, New York, Michigan, Montana, Nebraska, freezing cold, snow, ice. This is it. This is all you get. But I've been here 40 years and I've seen snow, especially in the South, twice. I was here 25 years and I seen it snow once in the 25 years I was here. Down south. Right now in the north, It snow all up there. The guy was saying yesterday, I was listening to the news report, that yeah, Shelly caught a babe by the phone, but it's like snow all up in there. Well, nevertheless, the love, was explained with cigarette, because like I'm 60, all right, 2022, all right, I turned 60 in 21, July 24th, last year, 2021, I turned 60 because I was born in July 1961. So last year, 2021, I turned 60. And I remember because my mother was a heavy cigarette smoker. And that was really ironic because I was born with asthma. I had a couple of asthma attacks and it was terrible. So, and she smoked. And she smoked heavy. And I remember that when she be smoking in the house and she was in her room laying in the bed smoking, the smoke would rise up just a certain height and it would just like linger and it would just travel all through the house. And I would get on the floor and crawl under the smoke as I was going through the house, as a young boy. And she would say, "Dara, bring me a carton of cigarettes." And I go to the cabinet and I would read the box because I hated them things, man. And I remember it said the Surgeon General states cigarettes would give you cancer. Well, years later, when this elder was talking about love, and he defined love as doing good things to and for the one that you say you love. And so he said, like a cigarette. He said cigarettes known to give you cancer. Cigarettes known to have over 400 different chemicals in it. Cigarettes is bad for you. Coughing, lungs black, teeth black, tar. There's nothing good about smoking a cigarette. So if you say, "Baby, I love you," but you reach over and you light her cigarette for her, that's going to mess her lungs up. What kind of love is that? It's like, okay, I would rather give you a glass of water. "Baby, I love you. Here's a nice glass of, water." Or, "Baby, I love you. Let me squeeze some fresh juice for you." Good things. Do something good for you. "Baby, I love you. Here's $1 million. Yay! That's going to be real good, So you understand what I'm saying? So love is doing good things to and for the one you say you love. So the sister that I love called me. And man, every time she called me, I just get all like a little giddy, and everything, And so she called me and we talked, had a nice conversation. And it was beautiful. I'm 60, man, feeling like a little kid running around here. That's love, ain't it? And I'm not ashamed to say that. Oh man, when she called me, I'd be all giddy like a little kid. Remind me when I was in high school, I had the first little girlfriend. No, I wasn't in high school, it was actually elementary school, but I had the first little girlfriend, Boy, you're all good guy. You remember we used to say, will you be my girlfriend? Will you go with me? Then in high school, I had the class ring. You remember the company, Jostens? I think it was Josten. They made all the high school class ring in the United States of America, Jostens. Now, they would give you this plastic piece of plastic that has these little rings in it, and you would put your finger in there and poke out the one that fit your ring, and the number on that ring is what you would write on the card, and then your teacher would collect all these cards with your name and ring size, because you finna get this graduation ring. Well, I put my finger through the biggest one and it wouldn't fit. It just got right on the tip of it. And so I told the teacher, and she like, "What?" She said, "Let me see what I can do." So she talked with the principal. The principal called the company and said, "We have a son whose finger doesn't, it's bigger than the largest size ring measure that you have." And so they said, They sent a representative to the school. The school in Atlanta, Georgia, high school was named Harper High, C.L. Harper High, Charles Lincoln Harper High School in Atlanta, Georgia. It was 3399 Collier Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. That was Charles Lincoln Harper High. So they sent a representative out from the company And she came, she had this big ring with all these little rings around it. And I'll never forget, we stood right there in the principal office, and this girl, she well, she wasn't a girl, she was an older white woman. You know, nice looking white woman, good body and shape, good spirit and everything, but she was, you know, grown woman. So I can't say she was a girl. She was a grown woman. And she was friendly. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" You know. And I was a high school student. She said, "Hey, how you doing, young man?" I said, "Oh, great." She said, "I heard you couldn't fit the plastic, you know, ring size." I said, "No, you know, wasn't nothing big enough." So she pops out this big ring with all these little rings around it. See, wow, another accident. They just had that terrible accident here 2 days ago. Oh, you know what? No, it didn't look like an accident. Like the car was on fire. Fire department was spraying water under the hood. So anyway, yeah, she pulled this ring measure out. She tried the first one, the second one, third one, fourth. She said, "Wait a minute." She said, "Young man," she said, "we only have 2 more sizes left, then we probably had to take your finger to the factory." And when she said that kind of startled me like, what? Take my finger? She said it like, you know, I understood what she meant, like, but the way she said it kind of caught me off guard when she first said it, because she was like, "Young man, we getting to the last 2. If they don't fit, we're gonna have to take your finger to the factory." That's like, and I kind of laughed to myself, because it sounded like she was gonna have to cut my finger off and take it to the factory. I'm like, well, what the hell? That was funny. So anyway, we got to the last 2, and she held it up. And that girl was funny. That woman, she was funny, man. She said, "Da da da da," and she slowly put it on my finger, and it got on the knuckle. She said, "Oui." That girl, she was funny, man. That old woman, she was funny, man. It was a straight old white woman. You know, she was real cool, man. I remember this. And then the principal was there, the assistant principal, and you know, some more students in the office. Now everybody done gathered around looking. And then she said, "Woof, wee." And she went to the last one, which was the biggest one. And she said, "Here we go." This girl was a comedian, man. She said, "Here we go." So she slid it on the ring, on the finger, and it went on. It slid past the knuckle, not real hard, but just enough. And when it slid down on there, the girl, she said, "Boom!" The white girl, that nigga was out of her mind. I said, "Who is this comedian, man?" And she said, and when it popped down on there, she said, "Boom!" She said, "Woof! Oh, now I can breathe again." Who said, "Woo-wee?" She said, "Son," she said, "Woo-wee, I'm going to tell you, I have never, in all the years I've been working with this company, seen anybody finger that fit the last size." I'm like, "Really?" She said, "Yep." She said, "And this is going to be interesting." She said, "Why?" She said, "Because I ain't never known us to make a ring this big." "Really?" "Nope." So she got it, she left, you know, and then eventually the ring came to the school. They called me, I went and picked it up. It was a big boy. That bad, but you know what it reminded me of? An NFL Super Bowl ring. That's how big it was and bold, and it stuck out. It was bad too. Gold. It had my birthstone July. It was beautiful. That bad boy was beautiful. Man, I took that ring out. Everybody in the office like, "Wow, that is nice." Because it was just so big, you know. And that ring became the talk of Harper High School. Yes, sirree, Bob. Now, how did I come from love, the explanation of doing good things to and for one another, to my high school classroom? How the hell I get over there? Did I just go off on a tangent? No. Why? Because the little girl that I was dating, thought I was in love with, right? She had something no other girl in school had. What? My class ring around her neck. Y'all remember? We used to wear each other class ring. All right? And so I bought a gold chain. And you know how you wear each other ring. Okay, so the boy, he had his class ring with the girl he was liking, dating, his girlfriend he was going with. They had, you know, each other ring type. He would wear both of their ring 1 week, and then the next week she would wear it. She'd take the gold chain off, put it on her neck with both of their rings. Well, the thing was, the two rings was always on the gold chain on the side of each other, right? But for my ring and my girl ring could fit all the way in my ring, and it would hang real pretty around my neck. And then my girl liked it so much, she didn't want to wait the next week to wear it. She asked me, could she wear it now? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So, you know, hey, I let her go ahead and wear it, and she was so proud because everybody talked about Daryl Crowder's class ring. And you know what? I never saw that ring again. Isn't that something? I don't know what happened to the ring. I never got it back. I'm not saying she stole it. I can't even remember what happened to the relationship. But I don't remember what happened to my class ring. That's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? And all that happened because we was in love. But was that puppy love? Yeah, we was in high school, man. We didn't know what we were doing. Two young children. I let her wear the ring because I thought I loved it. That was my girl. You know, do something good. Yeah, go ahead and sport it. You know how we are. You be proud to have your girl ring around your neck, so everybody know. Oh yeah, Daryl. He with Patsina Jenkins. Patsina Jenkins was like the top girl in the school. Patsina Jenkins. You know, here it is. I'm 60, and we was in high school. I still remember her name. Patsina Jenkins, you know. And so when I wore the ring, or my ring, her ring, it was beautiful, you know. Big old ring, and then the girl ring up in there hanging on the beautiful gold chain. That job looked good, man. And then when my girl got it, you know, yeah, it was, oh man, I was so proud, you know, because it's like we in love. Yeah, right. This puppy love. Go on about your business. And so I don't know what happened. That ring, I never saw it again. And you know what? This is the first time I thought about my class ring in about 40 years. No, 50 years. No, what? 30? Hey, when we graduated? 1979? Hey, yeah. So 30 years. That's the first time I thought about the class ring. But anyway, yeah, being in love is a beautiful thing. And in this climate that we living in around here on planet Earth with all this bullshit going on, that little conversation I just dropped on you about being in love was a beautiful thing. It freshened up your day, made you feel good. You sat there, you had some thoughts about the first time you was in love. You're probably in your car somewhere, you're probably in your house somewhere, you're probably sitting somewhere listening to me, and you say, oh man, this guy, I like this dude, man, he funny. But he right though, you know. Think about when you first got in love. Okay, so, all right. Here's a situation that's real. A lot of people getting divorced. A lot of people gotten divorced. Okay? Even the sister I married, we were together 22 years. We got divorced. But you know, I don't have no bitterness toward the sister. I'm not, we not arguing and fighting and raising hell and all that kind of stuff because we got children. And I needed my children to know they still have a father. And I didn't want them to see their father arguing and fussing and fighting with their mother. That's suicide. Because I don't care what no brother do, how good he is, and I claim I was the best father, you still not going to be as close to them children as the mother because of that 9-month head start they got on their relationship before the baby even came out in the world. Those are her cells. That child felt her energy. That child felt her emotion. And she felt that baby growing and kicking and moving. So when it popped out in the world, they had a 9-month head start on their relationship. So Pop can come in and do all the best. He can be super dad, but he ain't never gonna be as close to them babies as that mother. And you better understand that. So that means that I don't care what the woman do, what they mama do. There are certain lines you as a man cannot cross with that, with their mother. That's just it. Them children will come on you about their mama. And guess what? The mother could be dead ass 100% organically. You know it, I know it, God know it, Satan know it, wrong. But you still can't cross that line with them children when they come to their mama. They don't get it. She could be wrong, right, whatever. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that's just wisdom for the brother. That relationship they got with that children, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Just like you ever seen a little short on the social media where they put the baby in between the mother and father, and the mother and father run off in opposite directions, and then the baby stand there and look like which way to go, and they always run to the mama. They always run to the mother. Then I saw another one where they had the baby with the mother, and the baby was bent down and kissed the mama, was laughing and joking, and then they sit it there with the father. The baby looked like, what the hell? But it was their father. So you see what I'm saying? You cannot misunderstand that love complex, that love understanding, you know, with that situation. So anyway, those of you that was married and you got divorced, think back to when you did get married. You didn't get married because you didn't like the person. You didn't get married because you know, y'all was just good partners. You got married because you loved each other enough to say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, because that's what marriage means. And up until now, only people that believed that they was in love with each other got married to each other and wanted to spend the rest of their life together. Because who wants to go through a divorce and have their life ripped apart? Like, you got a bunch of stuff, you done worked hard and accumulated, and you done came up, got your wealth together, you got your pocket straight and everything, you know, you're doing real good, and then you go get with somebody, all right, and then end up in divorce, and that somebody done came and took half of what you done worked hard to get. You're not trying to do that. So you got married because you love that person. And then what happened? You don't know. Something happened. What happened? How y'all wind up getting what? You don't even know. But something happened. The tides changed, the spirit changed, the energy changed. Maybe the world starts spinning the opposite direction. But you don't love each other for whatever, and it get worse and worse and worse to the point where y'all say, you know what? We're gonna have to get a divorce. Now, the way I just said it was real smooth and easy, but there's been some situations where it didn't go that way before they did get divorced, get separated, and got away from each other. But the point I'm making is, in the beginning, you got married, you got together because you loved each other. All relationship, no. The greater majority of relationships get together because of that one word, that four-letter word, L-O-V-E, love. In Hebrew, it's ahava, ahava. I love you, ani ohevotach. I love you, ani ohevotach. I love you, ani ohevotach. And in all them relationships, the majority, see, you hear, listen how I'm talking. When you listen to me, you have to listen. You got to hear what I'm saying. You got to pay attention. Hey, you got to stop now. Don't let them distract you. You got to pay attention, because I'm telling you something that's going to help you. All right, so pay attention. I'm about to end this in a little bit. But anyway, most of those relationships, the reason why I'm saying most, majority, I'm not saying 100% absolutely, come together because the people think they love each other. That is the fundamental foundation that organically caused relationship to come together, because the two feel that they love each other. All right? And love is what? Defined as doing good things to and for the one you say you love. Would you like a cigarette for the one you say you love that's known to make people come up with cancer or black lung and what's the other thing, emphysema, and they can't breathe and all kind of stuff? Okay, you love a person, you want them to be around with you, don't you? Yeah. So why would you do something that has a strong potential of sending them out a little early? Okay, you got to hear that. That has a strong potential, because you got some people walking around there 80 and 90, they're still smoking squares. So you never know. But here's the thing. It has a potential of harming your health. It has a potential. Whether it do or don't, you won't find out until it's too late. You hear what I'm saying? So why would you do deal with something that has the potential of harming your health, that's on record, years of study and experience and record and result that says these cigarettes will harm your health. So why would you even deal with something like that? And then you're talking about you love the person. You follow what I'm saying? That's not intelligent. You know, in Hebrew it says zelo hegyoni. Zelo hegyoni. It's not intelligent. You know? You think about it. You say you love this person, but then you doing something, you know, jacked up to them. But you love them. You really don't love them. You really don't understand love. So all I would do is pass out love. Whether I say it to you or whatever. Just in action. You show that through action. That you love a person. And you're able to. There's a lot of trucks out here today. And they parked everywhere. And ain't nobody going nowhere. So let me see how I'm going to work this. This is ignorant out here today. So what should I do? See, I should have followed first man and go over to the other location. Because something is going on over here. It's usually not. And see, the trucks are sitting here. You see the ground is dry under them trucks. I mean, they've been sitting here for a while. And there's no drivers in there. And they stacked up everywhere. I don't even know if the factory working or what. But anyway, you got that today. And I believe that is going to be enough. So let me get here and figure out what is happening. Anyway, y'all have a great one. You, them, those, the ones you love, and make sure that you always do good things to and for the one you say you love. You know what I'm saying? And I will get with you on another time where I get over here and figure out what is going on. And remember, you know, I say these things to you for more than one reason. Number one, it's kind of like therapy to me, for myself, to share this. Because when you have good things in you, in your soul, in your spirit, your energy, and you feel and you motivated to share, you know, certain things. To help people, like, okay, so you think, you consider, you listen, you tune in, okay, let me listen to the brother over there in Israel. He always have something good to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to his channel and hit the like button, give him a little likes, and then smash that bell so when he drops something, you know, I can just tune in. And I know there are times where I get long-winded. I can go an hour, hour and a half. There are some people that have been able to sit down an hour and a half, listen and enjoy, and other people not. That's up to you. You know, I like to keep them around 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But yeah, I say these things because, as you see, I'll be out here on the road and do a little talking. It's interesting, very interesting to see the brothers riding around Israel, and y'all get to see, you know, Israel, because you hear so much about Israel, Arab, Palestinian, you know, Gaza bombing, all that kind of stuff. And then when stuff jump off, you know, you shoot me a little message, I'll tell you about it. I'm here, and you can get an on the ground update, because I keep abreast of everything. I watch Israeli news, American news, Russian news, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, Atlanta, all across the states, all across Moscow, St. Petersburg, Russian, you know, China, keep up with Chinese news, African news. You know, I'm all over the place. Because why? The world we living in today, you don't need to just let nothing sneak up on you. Because it's just like what they say, America and Russia, saber rattling. You know, Russia look like it's stacking up. They already had 150,000 soldiers on the border of Ukraine. Now they sending more soldiers there, and America butthole tight because they swear Russia is going to invade Ukraine. So all that's a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? That, I mean, America, you got your own problems to deal with, seriously. You got enough stuff going on in the United States of America to keep you busy for the next long time, as opposed to getting involved with somebody else's affairs. If Russia wants to get Ukraine back under Russia, don't you kind of think that's Russia business? You know what I'm saying? Why you all over in there? That's them folks' business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can understand somebody attacking your house and doing something on your square. But Russia and Ukraine is over there. And from what they're saying, Ukraine broke off from Russia. Now Russia want to bring Ukraine under. Don't that kind of seem like that's Russia and Ukraine business? So why America all, you know what I'm saying? When America got all, look at what's taking place, man. You got all those homeless people out there in America. I just saw a sad little video this morning. They interviewed this homeless woman, and she was all smiling and giddy. And, you know, she was precious, man. My heart kind of went out for her. She living on the bridge, but she got such a positive attitude. You know, I'm like, damn. And she was smiling and crying at the same time. That was such a sad situation in America. And they call other countries shithole country. And then the drug situation in Philadelphia. Whoa. Stop. You have enough problems in your own land to keep you busy for the next long time, as opposed to getting involved in some other land affairs that got nothing to do with you. Russia and Ukraine is right there together. Share the same border. Russia wants Ukraine to be back under its authority. Okay, America, yeah, you got to do with that. You see what I'm saying? So, anyway, listen. I know y'all enjoy listening to me talk, chop it up, yada, 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 till thought, and all of that. It's been wonderful. I enjoyed it with you. This has been a good 31 minutes for you. I love you. I told it's therapy for me, therapy for you. We both get a kick out of this. I get a kick out of talking it, and you get a kick out of listening to it. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and you know, love each other. Do good things to and for each other. Don't fight each other and hate each other. It don't have to be like that. Seriously, you don't have to be like that. You can come home, you know, to a warm house, comfortable. Got your beautiful, sexy woman there with you, you know, and you have some food on the table. You understand? And when you're treating her right, she gonna want to do that. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm trying to cut this off, but y'all making me think of so many good stuff to say to you. You don't have to tell the sister, you know, she need to have the food on the table. She got to do this, got to do that. When you have been managing that sister correct and feeding her spirit good energy and doing good things for her, she automatically going to do that, because her nurturing spirit and her motherly, caring, warm, nurturing energy is going to automatically take care of you. You don't even have to tell her. And that is based upon her desire to do it. And where did she get the desire to do it for you? Based upon how you manage her spirit. Just that simple. You know, it's just that simple. I remember one time I was out with my ex-wife and children. We was at the shopping mall. And what I just told you, I didn't understand at that time when I was married many years ago. So what happened, you know, the wife, you know, my ex-wife, she said, hold on, let me take the children to the restroom, let them relieve themselves. So she asked them, you know, we got 6, 3 boys, 3 girls. And she asked them, you need to use the bathroom? 1, 2 said yes, the other like, I'm okay. And so she took them to the bathroom and everything. And when all of them finished, she said, y'all okay? She said, yeah, we started walking out. My wife turned around and asked me, she said, baby, you need to use the bathroom? I hit the ceiling. Oh man, what do you mean ask me, do I need to use the bathroom? I'm not one of the kids. I know if I need to use the bathroom. You ain't got to ask me that. I mean, who you think I am? One of the children? I said, I needed a wife, not a mama. You ain't got to ask. Oh man, I didn't like that. And I totally misunderstand her energy as a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the spirit energy of the woman, the nurturer. What you think them breasts is up hanging up there for? Just for us to play with? They some fun too? No. Them breasts was given to her by the Creator to render forth nutriments to nurture that baby. You see, that breast milk does something to the child in the process of the child developing from birth to a certain age, that they will breastfeed from their mother until a certain time that they'll automatically stop. That time is the time that they grow into a point where they're ready to go on their own. And that breast milk gives them nutriment and nourishment that no other food substance can do. That comes from the mother, the nurturer. All right? So when my ex-wife asked me, did I need to go to the bathroom, it was not in any derogatory, demented, slighted, disrespectful manner. She had been dealing with the children, so she was in that nurturing energy personified, checking, make sure they, okay, need to go to the bathroom and everything. And she said, baby, you need to go to the bathroom? I didn't understand it, man. I was like, what? Because we was in the mall. I ain't get loud. I ain't that kind of person. I'm like, you ain't got to ask me, do I need to go to the bathroom? Who you think I'm one of the children? Well, you got to think you got, what? I don't need to go to no bathroom. If I need to go to the bathroom, I just say I'm going to the bathroom. You got, so. But I misunderstood that nurturing energy of the mother. And see here, hey, look, because I can admit it, it does not make me any less of a man. As a matter of fact, it makes me a greater adult male, because why? I'm so confident in myself, I can admit a mistake. Do you know most grown people cannot admit that they made a mistake. And that's why they keep doing the same stuff over and over again. Because you just can't, you know what? Oh, man. I messed that up real bad. Now, some of those mistakes you actually can go back and correct. And that's good. But you know what's best is if you learn from the mistake, how not to do it again. Yeah. Those mistakes can be great teaching tools for you. You go out there, you do what you do, and you made a mistake. And you admit it. The first step to correcting the mistake is admitting you made a mistake. It's not going to make you any less of a person. I mean, if you open your mouth and say, look, that was my bad, I made a mistake, I got to fix that. ET ain't going to fly down here and slap you upside the head. You still going to be good, but you're going to be a greater person. And guess what? You're going to feel a lot better. Because you are able now to say, oh, I made a mistake. Hold up, let me go fix that. In Hebrew, the word is slicha. Slicha means excuse me. Oh, slicha, ta'iti, slicha, ta'iti, man, slicha. Excuse me, I made a mistake. So what? So what if you tell somebody I made a mistake? So what? It's not going to make you any less of a man, any less of a woman, any less of a person. It's not going to make you any less of who you are. But in fact, it's going to make you a greater person. I've been on jobs. And before I understood that concept of being able to admit a mistake, I've been on jobs where I made mistakes and I didn't say it to the management. I made some wacky story up. And see, what I didn't understand is that the management had much experience in this work. And they just about done experience everything you can experience in the work. And they made a lot of mistakes too. Okay, so they know stuff happened. Yeah, stuff happened on the job. How many jobs you ever been on, you never made a mistake? Don't even lie to yourself. You made a mistake. But at the same time, most of the managers that are good managers that came up through the ranks, they worked up, and they came, so they done made probably the same mistakes you have. So when you make a mistake and you come and lie about it, they know right off the rip you lying, because they done did the exact same thing. They know from the mistake exactly how the mistake happened. But when you start lying, that works out worse for you. It does, because they know you lying. They all did the same thing. How you think they got to where they at? Okay, but here's the deal. The few individuals that can stand flat-footed and say, I made a mistake, I did that wrong, I messed up, this is what I did. You know what? They're the ones that's going to wind up growing in the company, and they're the ones that's going to wind up getting leadership roles and moving on. Why? Because you told the truth. You know what I'm saying? See, that gives you another type respect and solidity with the company when you can just tell the truth. Yeah, you made a mistake, but you think lying about it and trying to cover up that you did make the mistake is going to be all right. You know, they won't know it, and you think you're going to have a good record and you can just keep going. But you know what? Because you lied to them, your record now has got much worse because they can't trust you. And now it ain't even about the mistake. So you done took it somewhere else. It's not even about the mistake no more. They ain't even think about the mistake. They ain't worried about the mistake because they done made mistakes. And mistakes ain't killed nobody. You know, you just messed up. But what's worse now on your record is that you now are a liar. They can't trust you. And you know what? You may wind up getting fired down the road for something that was much less than the mistake you just made. And the reason why is now you done made another mistake and they remember, oh, this a liar. And you know what? You made another mistake. And you know why they coming to talk to you about it? To see if you're going to lie again. See, it ain't even the mistake they coming at you for. You remember old David? Yeah, when he did that last time, he lied. Let's see. So, hey, David, what's happening, man? What happened? What's the situation? Blah, 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 still thought this. He lying. Man, this guy. So they call you in office. Listen, David, you know you made that mistake, 6 months ago. And, man, we're looking at this being a pattern here. It ain't but 2 times. 3 times, 4 times, they say generally is a set of pattern. It's just the second time he made this mistake. And the mistake is not one that's really going to throw the company off and whatever. But he lied again. Okay, so now, he said, man, we're not going to be able to, keep you on the team, David, because, we're concerned now that if you make this mistake again, it could be something really terrible. So we're going to have to let you go. And you know what? They ain't letting him go because of a mistake. They letting David go because David is a liar. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, when you lying to them, they keep on talking about it. They keep on asking questions. And you just wanted to pass away. You don't want to be in that. But they keep asking you about it. They keep questioning you about it. Keep talking about it. Because you lying. Now, let me show you the opposite of that. Mistakes I've made, and I owned up to it. I made a mistake. All right? I was operating the crane at this company, right? I hit something, tore the hell out of it, messed it up, messed the crane up. It was screwed up. Safety people came out, they looked around, and they asked me, how did this happen? I said, I made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention. I was distracted. He said, okay, you were distracted. What distracted you? I said, the cell phone. I said, my cell phone distracted me. I was on a phone call. They just turned around and walked off. That was it. Gone. 1 minute. They didn't ask not another question. Didn't nobody say nothing. I didn't get fired. The next group of managers came, got everything straightened up, sent the workers out. They run around, got everything, they fixed the crane, and he said, all right, swing over here and pick this load up. That's exactly what happened. And I was operating the crane, and I had like a 10, 12 ton load on it. Dropped that thing. Screwed up the truck, scared the hell out of the driver. The worker was running. Man, it was ignorant on that damn cell phone. But I told the truth. I said I made a mistake. They said, okay, what happened? How did you make the mistake? I said, I got distracted. What distracted you? The cell phone. And they looked at each other and looked at me, just turned around and walked off. That was it. Because I told the truth. See, if I'd have tried to make up some wacky lie, they'd have grilled me. Been asking all kind of questions and everything. And said, this joker lying. He's lying. Then I made another mistake. Busted a tire on the crane, riding over some steel. Get to the shop, manager asked me, how did this happen? I said, I was riding over, trying to turn this corner, and I did not notice that I was riding on the edge of that lift, and that edge corner cut that tire and blew it open. He said, okay. They changed the tire, put a new one on there. Ain't nobody said nothing. Mistakes happen. But when you lie, you know what I'm saying? That's what really grind your manager. Like, damn, this guy, man. Everybody hates a liar. You don't know that? You don't know that by now? Man, I could go on and go on with you. I remember here on this truck, okay, the fuse hole sprung a leak. I don't know, just, man, it's the equipment. Equipment breakdown, stuff happen. So the fuse hole sprung a leak. The hose started out like 50 meters long, like 150 feet. All right. Now, when I went to get the fuel hose repaired, the leak was about 3 feet away from the nozzle. So what that mean? That mean all they had to do was cut it, not 3 feet. They could have cut it 4 feet back from the nozzle, recapped it, reinserted it, pressured the piece, put it back on there. Boom, we'd have been good. But what happened? When I got to the garage, we had the work order. This is a big company, billions of dollars. I told the guy to put me a brand new hose on that 50 meter because that hose had been corrected about 3-4 times. And out of that correction, they done chopped maybe about a good 10 meters, 20 meters off the hose. So it's shorter. And I wanted a brand new hose on that 50 meter. So the guy said, okay. He said, you got the work order? I'm like, yeah. He said, okay. So they go pull out the brand new hose, get ready to put it on there, and start with, what do you want? Get ready to put it on there and everything. בוקר טוב.
אתה יכול לעמוד פה, יש משאית שלי צריך להוריד פה סחורה, אפשר בבקשה?
And so, they so they pull out the new hose, everything, get it all out there. And man, so the manager comes over and he looks, see what they doing. He said, oh, Richard, everybody know me. Everybody know because, you're talking about the black man in Israel running around the fuel truck. Everybody know me because these places I've been to several times. I know them, they know me. So the manager come and say, hey, Richard, what's happening, man? I said, it's all good. What's cracking? What's going on? He said, what we doing for you? I said, put my new hose on there. He said, a brand new hose? He said, the whole hose? I said, yeah. He said, really? I said, yeah. See, he know the management, the company, everybody. He said, did Daniel give you the work order? I said, yep. And he said, really? He didn't believe that because he know Daniel. And he know, like, this is unusual. So old boy picked the phone up and he calls Daniel. He said, Daniel. He said, why you put a new hose on your truck? Daniel said, what? What do you mean new hose? He said, Richard said that he had a leak in the nozzle, in the hose, only about 3 feet from the nozzle. He said, I wanted to cut and replace the tip and keep going. That's cheaper. So what happened? Daniel, he asked me, he said, Richard, he said, why did he put a new hose on the truck? He said, who told him to put a new hose on there? I said, I did. He said, okay. And he went on. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. I said, yeah, I told him to put it on there. He said, why? I said, because I wanted a new hose. He said, okay. Them jokers chopped that little 4 feet off there, slapped that ring on there, and said, get on out of here. You ain't got to lie? For what? What if I tried to lie and say, I don't know? Daggone well, man, somebody had to tell them to put that brand new 50 meter hose on there instead of chopping it off. He said, who told him to put a 50 meter brand? I said, I did. Why? I said, because I wanted one. That guy, man, he said, this dude funny, man. I told him straight up. I said, do that. Shit. I wanted new hoes because sometimes, you know, when you get out here working, sometimes you have to stretch that hole a long ways, get over to the equipment you're trying to fill up. Anyway, whatever. So y'all see what I'm saying? Don't lie. Just tell the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work out for you better in the long run because people will learn that they can trust your word because you ain't gonna lie. You know? That's it. Anyway, okay, y'all done had a good time with me today. I enjoyed it too. You know, it was kind of funny, but yeah, the class ring and not lying and telling the truth and mistakes. You got a good one today out of me. I felt pretty good. So I love y'all. Stay true to yourself and always love as much as you can by doing good things to and for the one you say you love. And just work on being happy. You know, don't even stress about it, man. It's not even worth it. Just do all you can to just be happy. You know, maintain yourself. Take care of yourself, your health, as much as you can, much as you know to do, and be at peace. Listen, this has been your brother over here in Israel, Daryl Crowder, the Nubian King. I love you with a perfect love. And I do this because I do love you. I share these things because I do love you. All right? And how much do I love you? Well, I actually love you from the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind. That's a whole lot. You know, that's like better than saying from the bottom of my heart, I love you. Well, let's come up from the bottom, the basement, to the attic of my mind. From the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind, I love you. I love you 24/7. And how long is 24/7? All the time. This has been your brother, Nubian King out of Israel. Shalom.